It's very challenging to do. However, if you give narcissistic individuals enough time, they will destroy themselves. They tie themselves in knots while trying to destroy you. Narcissists are experts at manipulation, but their biggest weakness is inconsistency. The more they try to destroy you, the more tangled their lies become. Narcissists often contradict their own stories. They tell one version of events to one person and a completely different version to another person, which is often why they triangulate or divide and conquer to keep people apart. However, over time, at some point, these lies clash and people start to talk and people start to notice. They can over-explain, trying too hard to convince others. They add unnecessary details to make their stories sound believable, yet they end up sounding rehearsed or unbelievable. They don't over-explain because they've been trained to feel misunderstood. They over-explain to convince people. There's often slip-ups in their anger. When the mask slips, in the rage, they blurt out truths that they've been trying to hide. Anger exposes the charm they use to try and cover their rage. The projection can backfire. They accuse you of behaviours they're actually guilty of, and eventually people see the pattern of behaviour in the narcissist and begin to connect the dots. The inconsistent behaviour, acting kind in public and cruel in private. Eventually it shows because they cannot keep the mask 24/7. There's usually holes in the smear campaigns. When they spread lies, their desperation eventually shows. The more people they try to convince, the less believable they become. And the mask often slips with the wrong person. They misjudge who they manipulate. They believe they're clever. They believe they can get away with it. However, at some point they reveal their true colours to someone who isn't fooled and is more influential than the narcissist themselves. The harder a narcissist tries to destroy you, the more they will eventually expose their true nature. Their lies often work for a while. However, the truth has a way of surfacing, and eventually they do tie themselves in knots and people do begin to see.